3 mistakes I made in my late teens and early 20s, so you don't have to. Mistake number 1. Sending nudes. Sending nudes to your boyfriend, someone you're dating, a fling, someone you just met, someone who just made you their girlfriend. You do not have any obligation to send them nudes. You do not have any obligation to send anybody nudes for that matter, even if you are in a long-term relationship, like a marriage. Why bring up marriage, Morokoi? Well, studies on sexting, and sexting includes the exchange of nudes, find that most sexting is practiced by individuals in committed relationships. One study found that over 40% of adult committed long-term relationships integrate sexting into their love lives, and this figure is only expected to increase. Another study found that among the internet generation, sexting is very common. So we can say that sexting in today's society, sexting in today's relationships is a norm. And I'm here to remind you, young ladies especially, that we are all human beings, and that means that we are all capable of hurting each other. And that your freedom online, like your freedom offline, belongs to you. One decision can take you to very dark places that can involve doxing, blackmailing, sextortion, sexploitation, and all these things can down the line attract harassment, bullying online, offline, directly, indirectly. It can attract imposters, impersonators, fake accounts. And these people behind these things, they don't have to include the original perpetrator or perpetrators. They can be anyone you may or may not know. Anyone who has a piece of information about you, or who knows about your past, or whatever you're going through right now, somebody who heard something about you. These are some of the things that you may have to go through if you make that initial decision. These things can cost you your mental health, your physical health, your emotional well-being, your social life, your safety as a woman. It can cost you your life. There are many ways to avoid getting into situations like this. One of the more practical solutions is to have hobbies, which brings us to my second point. My second mistake is that I did not have any hobbies, especially in upper secondary and college, because more emphasis was placed on excelling academically. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there has to be a balance. Not having hobbies left me a lot of room to make life-changing choices, like mistake number 1. Okay? Had I had hobbies, I would have been surrounded by people who would have influenced me and my choices positively. So that's one reason having hobbies should be an important part of life. It decenters things that are not supposed to be a priority in your life, and it helps you focus on things that matter, like school and work, and acquiring skills that can get you to a place where you have a strong sense of self and direction, and by then you are on a path that is tailored to your liking and to your personal goals. Another reason for having hobbies that I can think of right now is that they can easily turn into a way of making money. So if you can sew, you can braid hair, you can drive, these things can make you a little extra cash. Or you can just go out and play sports to keep your mind sane and healthy. So I would encourage you to maintain your interest in your hobbies, or to develop an interest in one. Mistake number 3 is that I did not allow myself to make mistakes. I'd been so hyper-fixated on doing things the right way, being a good daughter, being a good student, that I'd beat myself up over the smallest, the tiniest mistakes. And when I did make bigger, serious mistakes, like mistake number 1, I wouldn't know how to deal with the situation. I wouldn't know how to deal with myself, with the emotions that I had, and with the people around me. So please allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to be cringe, to look stupid, to look cringe, to sound cringe, to be uncomfortable with certain situations, around certain people. Let go of this idea that you have to be a certain way, that you have to be perceived a certain way. You are a human being, and that means that you are multifaceted anyway. So those are 3 of the million mistakes that I've made in my life so far. I hope that you've learned something from this video, if you've made it this far. The name is Morokoi, which loosely translates to someone who eats a lot or likes to eat, or simply pig. Look, I'm even wearing my pink shirt too much. Be kind to yourself. If you're going through mistake number 1, know that you're not alone. There are hundreds of women who've been through this. I've been through it. Hundreds of other women who are going through it right now. It's not worth destroying yourself, your soul, your being, your mind over this. Please, if you're going through this alone, I know I went through it alone for 3 years before I had to tell someone. I couldn't take it mentally, emotionally. Please go to someone, talk to someone about it. That's all for me today. Be kind to yourself. Until next time, bye.